Hey there, this is Mr. Icarus and welcome back to Doom Mod Madness. In this episode, we're checking out the adventures of Square, and just look at this, it's adorable, all these happy-faced Square people in happy Square Town. These guys though, screw these guys. They're circles, and circles don't like four-sided people. They're clearly racists. But yes, this is the adventures of Square, and it is a completely standalone game developed in the Z Doom engine, so you do not need an original copy of Doom in order to play this. You can just download it as is and just get it running. It's absolutely fantastic if you're new to Doom mods and you just want a complete thing to play and get to grips with. But I don't think I've seen quite so many primary colors in a Doom mod before. Actually, no, that's a lie. I've seen a lot of primary colors in Mega Man 8-Bit Deathmatch, and I saw a lot of primary colors in The Sky May Be, but then again, the less said about The Sky May Be, the better. And this, it's just all-round adorable. You may be forgiven for thinking that this is essentially Babby's first Doom, but it's still got the challenge there. And I've played through a fair few levels of this now. I'm currently playing on medium difficulty, and it does provide an actual serious challenge. It's just that the graphics are a hell of a lot more kid-friendly than your usual demon spawn, blood and guts, regular Doom. So yeah, this would probably be a good introduction for, I'd say, younger members of the family, if you were feeling a little bit uncomfortable about exposing them to, Hellspawn, which is an entirely acceptable position to have. But it's pretty straightforward, really. It's more a total conversion than anything. Not a lot of difference between original Doom gameplay and this. Food is basically health. Ammunition is paint, and I think I'm just about to pick up a new weapon here. No, it's just dual wielding. We're gonna go John Woo up in this business. And these weapons, surprisingly for being paint-based projectiles, feel great to use. There's something good about the way the animations are designed here and the sound design, and the way they impact the enemies. It actually feels good. Which I don't know why it shocks me so much, because there's obviously a lot of care of attention put into this. A lot of original assets have been created for this as well, and I just suppose it completely bowls me over every single time I've seen people put this. Oh jeez, that is a traumatized looking Square. It's okay, buddy. But yeah, anyway, I'm always bowled over by seeing the amount of effort people will dedicate into this stuff, considering that this stuff is put out there for free as well. Just blows me away. It's absolutely awesome. But I think the only gripe I would have here is the on-screen prompts. So you'll probably have noticed there's a few on-screen tutorials telling you what buttons do what. And if you're familiar with Doom in any kind of form, you'll probably already know the ropes. So I get the feeling that that's intended for more of a newbie audience. So yeah, something I can get around. The level design, though, I fear may be just a teeny bit complex for your newbie. Especially if they're used to the more linear stylings of modern FPS, because the Adventures of Square isn't afraid to give you a challenging level layout. And I suppose that's probably more true in the second stage than the first one. But the weapon I've just picked up there, as the equivalent of the grenade, it leaves some kind of area of effect stinky stuff on the ground when it impacts. But if you manage to land a direct hit with something on it, it's pretty much one-hit kill. As long as you're accurate enough. But hopefully I'll be able to show you that a little bit later on. But I think we're about to pick up our next weapon down here. Just gotta take care of these guys. How do those guys fire cannonballs? Have you noticed them? The circles with the hard hats, and they've got these weird gaping holes just below their faces. If I think a little too hard about that, it gets supremely disturbing. I'm just wondering, where do they keep those cannonballs? Is that like a hole to an alternative dimension in their chest or something? How does that happen in the world of the Adventures of Square? Is that some kind of genetic engineering, some kind of mutation? I'm entirely thinking about this too seriously and not enjoying the fact that my Uzi is goddamn badass. Short to mid-range. Very good. Very good weapon to use. I suppose kind of similar to the kind of chain gun in the original Doom. But I just love the way the circles explode. You get little eyeballs flying around. I like that their boots are the only thing left over from where they were. It's kind of hilarious once you notice it. But I'm sure I'm forgetting something. Oh yeah. I totally forgot to actually trip the switch that turns off the laser fences. So I best probably, do that. And this is still going. This is still the first stage. Most other map packs that I've encountered are usually well and truly done with the first stage by now. But this is the equivalent of, I'd say, maybe 1, 2, 3 stages. The equivalent of that in one opening stage. Which is alright, I suppose, if you want to introduce a lot of the world to new players. And you've got to provide kind of tutorial type stuff. I suppose that's a valid design decision. And the shotgun, well, it's the shotgun. It's just that they've designed it to look a little bit like a weird crossbow, but it is still utterly badass. And yeah, it just feels great. Everything about this game feels great, and a lot of people have mentioned that this bears a similarity to Check's Quest, which is something that I unfortunately do not have, I'm not familiar with, to be perfectly honest. I don't think I had the opportunity to have that particular breakfast cereal that bundled the game with it. But for the record, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, there's a breakfast cereal that occasionally dropped the game, like a themed cereal-based game that was based off the Doom engine. Apparently it was pretty good, and it was called Check's Quest. I'm probably going to have to go check it out at some point, because it's bound to be on the internet somewhere. But we're just going to clean house. Ah, damn it. Get a little bit more health. Close to 200. I don't think we've got any problems to worry about here whatsoever. We're very near the end of this stage. But yeah, this is a nice, simple introduction to the adventures of Square. But you start to get an inkling for how complex the level design gets in Stage 2. I'm just going to sneak around here. Yep, extra armor. Always good. I think it's time we got onto the second stage. But there are, I believe, 9 fully playable levels in total here, which is absolutely stonking. Absolutely fantastic. And I, as of yet, have not completed all of them, so that's definitely something for me to do. Okay, here we are, Stage 2. This is where things get a tiny bit trickier in regards to level design, where things get a little bit more complex. But I did mention earlier that this game does provide an actual serious challenge, as well as Poopy Water. But to be honest, the difficulty curve doesn't really start ramping up properly until, I'd say, Stage 3. Because even this one, despite the fact that the layout is more complex, the actual difficulty of the stage itself ain't that great. And as you've probably noticed, I've got an absolute ton of health. I've got some extra armor there as well, and nothing's really made a dent yet. But I'm imagining those boxy damn things are gonna take a few chomps soon. Ah, damn it. This poop maze always confuses me. But I know there's some extra ammo packs around here somewhere. This way. Ah, damn it. Quit with the ambushes. I'm already waist deep in Poopy Water. The last thing I need is ambushed by carnivorous boxes. But those yellow guys, there's a few different varieties of those. We'll probably run into one now. But they come in yellow, and they also come in red. And I'm not sure what the difference is. It's probably damage dealt by them, how frequently they fire their energy charges at you. But they also come in blue. Bit of a lighter blue than these guys. But that's a little further into the game. That's where the difficulty actually starts ramping up, and you get a lot more numerous groups of enemies, and you start getting a little bit overwhelmed by them. But other than that, I just love the personality of the Adventures of Square. It's got a personality all of its own, and I'm sure the art design greatly helps towards that, as well as the voice acting. There's some really, truly awful puns, but there's some also really nice little one-liners that come from our, I don't even know the name of our lead character. Is it just Square? Mr. Square? Badass? Whatever. All I know is the portrait in the middle bottom there is a really fun replacement for the regular Doom guy face. But this section always kind of confuses me a little bit, because when I go in and out of the rooms, I just get confused which direction I'm facing. So hopefully we'll run into the auto mapper soon. So take out a few more goons around here. Load up on ammo and cake. Yeah, definitely cake. Can always do with more cake. Okay, so it's down here there it is. Yep. And there you go. As you can see, it's very tightly designed. And I just can't commend it enough. It is actually really good level design. It's just that, as I said earlier, it can get a little bit confusing if you get turned around. But by the by, it's fairly intuitive. If you generally think you're heading in the right direction, the chances are you are headed in the right direction. And the way this is structured is you have to get a key from each side of the map in order to trigger this gate. And to be honest, it's a lot kind of shorter than the first stage, but I believe it's filled with more things to kind of occupy yourself with, if that makes any sense. It's shorter, but it's filled with more interesting things. Oh, damn it, that was a close cannonball. God damn. But I'm greatly looking forward to actually completing this game. I'll probably get to the end of this stage and call it a day as well, but this is definitely one of those Doom mods that I'll be more than happy to play through to the end. And the fact that it's got so many stages, it's got 9 fully playable maps, for Christ's sake, plus, I believe, a secret one. You just couldn't ask for any more. Every mod is a goddamn gift. And I believe I just haven't ran into something I truly hate yet. Sure, the sky maybe was a bit terrible, but that was interesting. It was interesting terrible. I'm just waiting for the day that I run into something downright reprehensible. And I know about them, alright? Before you get started in the comments, I know about the really, really infamous ones. I know about Imp Encounter. I know those weird maps. I've watched a fair few of those videos and gone, what the hell were they thinking? But they're in the queue. Don't worry, they are in the queue, and I will get to them soon. But first, just need to trigger that lock. Let the carnivorous boxes out. And there should be something good in here. Just a secret, but there's a cow. Bonus cow for your troubles. They don't die when you shoot them. Then again, I'm only shooting paint. Why would they die? But not too far from the end now. I think I've got both keys that I need. We just need to trigger that central gate, and then we can get to the final part of this stage. Which is actually where I kick the bucket a little bit, because this is actually a little bit of a difficult encounter first time around, especially if you trigger a few things too early. Because all of this stuff here, it's not poopy water, it's toxic. So you will lose health if you start walking on it, so you've got to be a little bit careful with your footwork, and damn it, I've triggered them. These guys. They're goofy, they laugh at you, and they shoot lasers, and they have jetpacks. They're an absolute pain in the backside, and they have a ton of health, so I'm going to be doing a fair bit of strafing here. Hopefully we can get through this without any embarrassing deaths. That's one thing I always enjoy doing when making these videos, is trying to have a really decent playthrough. Minimal deaths, preferably none, but I'm going to see if I can take him out with it. No, that was a missed throw. You have to charge up the throw sometimes on this. Oh, crap. That was a bit close. I don't know if it deals self-damage. Again, there's more than enough health to go around here. There we go, one more to go, and then we're pretty much done here, which is good, because I'm kind of running out of stuff to talk about. But, yeah, the Adventures of Square, it's not setting out to reinvent the wheel, it's not doing anything radically different with the Doom formula, but it's all in the presentation here. It's just vibrant, colorful, pretty damn enjoyable. Fun for all the family, I'd say. Bring the wife, bring the kids. But maybe bump up the difficulty a little bit, because I was finding it in this playthrough just a tiny bit easy, but there you go. Check it out, links in the description below. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Let me know if I glossed over anything in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe. New videos every week. This has been Mr. Icarus. Thank you very much for watching. Icarus out.